What's going down, man? It's your boy Earl the Monarch, and you tap back in with another movie review. This one is a cult-like classic by the name of Paid in Full. It came out October 25th, 2002, starring Mekhi Phifer, Cameron, and Wood Harris. Now, if you ain't never seen this movie, I'm sure you have seen and or heard some of the quotables that come from this movie. Like I said, man, it came out in 2002. Some of the other great movies that came out in 2002, like Antoine Fisher, Brown Sugar, Drumline, All About the Benjamins, Undercover Brother, Barbershop, Men in Black 2, and Like Mike. So it starts out with footage of what Harlem in the 80s looked like on the weekend, you know what I'm saying? All the high rollers out, the women, and partying, having a good time. Then we get some narration from our main character because it wouldn't be a 2000s hood movie if we didn't.
This is the stage. If you was here, you was definitely somebody.
We then introduced our three main characters, Ace, Mitch, and Rico. The fella's sitting around grubbing on some Chinese food, talking that good old Harlem shit. Then Ace balls up his trash and shoots it in a trash can. Now Rico, being the high roller that he is, puts up $5K that Ace can't make the shot again. Ace declines the offer, but Mitch, he takes the bet. Now this scene alone is really letting you know that them boys getting some money. Mitch makes the shot, Rico says double or nothing. Mitch then does what every player does when I'm betting on a game and misses the money shot.
Mitch, make it when it count, make it when it count. Nigga, that's off, give me my money. Give me my money.
Ace then gets a call saying his girlfriend is about to give birth, and my boy's ecstatic. He stops by the crib to grab a few things before heading to the hospital, and he's then ambushed and pulled into the crib. And man, they fucked my boy up. I ain't gonna cap with you. We're then shown that this actually happens later, and we're brought back 1 year prior. My boy Ace is working at the cleaners. We then introduced to Calvin, played by Kevin Carroll. Most of y'all would probably know him as Franklin St. Pops from Snowfall. Now see, Calvin is like a mid-tier drug dealer who's like way more arrogant than he should be for the type of money he getting. He also dating my boy Ace's sister. So then we get a slight back and forth between Calvin and the owner of the cleaners. See, the owner of the cleaners, he really don't like drug dealers, and he ain't really feeling how arrogant that boy Calvin is. And we get a slight bit of foreshadowing right here.
Think you're the king of Harlem. I hope your sister know, but that fool, it's only a matter of time. Matter of time.
We then cut to Ace making a drop-off over to my boy Mitch's crib, and we're introduced to Mitch's siblings, Sonny and Keisha. Keisha being played by the great Regina Hall.
Hey Ace, I didn't know you was here.
You can already tell Ace and Keisha got a little thing for each other, you know what I'm saying? They got a little back and forth, a little flirtation, you know what I'm saying?
You just came for the clothes?
Nah, what you talking?
We then get a little montage showing the difference in how Ace get his money and how my boy Mitch get his money. Ace really more of the low-key 9-to-5 worker, really ain't flashy. Meanwhile, Mitch, he out here serving at work, you know what I'm saying? We then introduced to this weird cat named Lulu.
Lulu.
Okay, what kind of name is that?
I don't know, it's my name.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
We'll come back to bro later. We then cut to the most arrogant nigga in the movie, and he trying to convince Ace to start selling dope.
Sweating in that laundry for nickels and dimes is not gonna get you that ass. I just made enough dough to bake biscuits for the projects, nigga. Try a quick 800 in one day. Fuck you shrugging for? Something wrong with your back? Yeah. It's 100 a pop. Only niggas with real dough fuck with this.
Fast forward, my boy Ace back at the cleaners about to make his runs, and OG cleaner cuz come in and he started hating on bro music that he playing.
How many times I gotta tell you about this boopity-boop shit playing in the store?
Now before Ace pop out to make his runs, he ends up finding a little dope in my boy Lulu clothes, you know what I'm saying? And bro is definitely intrigued. So as Ace is popping out to make his runs, my boy Mitch pull up in a brand new Saab with gold BBS's.
Got the gold BBS's on this motherfucker.
And look, man, if your mans ain't as happy as my boy Ace when you coming down clean, go ahead and cut bro off, man. They ain't built like my boy Ace out here, man. So Mitch say, Ace, man, go ahead and jump in. I'ma drop you off to your spots. So they riding down the street and we hit with a slight cameo of my boy Dame Dash. And look, my boy Dame really just kind of popped in, talked some Harlem shit, and low-key roasted my boy Ace.
Hey, what you laughing at, man? You need to put your man on. He look bad. Tell that nigga to hit you with an ounce of something or something. You know, this is my Thursday call, man. On Saturday, I'm breaking out with something new, all right?
Now, I told you my boy Ace was low-key intrigued about that dope he find. He ended up popping up on Lulu, and he came through with the integrity and brought him back the dope. Now, we kind of get into a turning point in both Ace and Mitch's lives, although neither one of them truly know it yet. Ace has a convo with Lulu about the dope and is low-key piquing his interest. We're introduced to Uncle Ice, the broke dopehead uncle that be dry hating on his nephew. We all know that one person that be hating with the passive-aggressive comments. Ice a bitch, low-key, I ain't gonna cap.
Money making Mitch. Making that real money. I can smell a motherfucker with money. Even Ray Charles can see you got money. Man.
Mitch and Ace pull up to the function, and my boy Ace low-key just kind of come out of nowhere with the coke.
Just come out the blue with some coke, huh?
Mitch talk a little shit, which is a recurring thing. They low-key be frying my boy Ace.
Well, the way you dress, nigga, ain't got to worry about jealous cats. You be invisible up in the club.
Damn!
It's about fucking those skeezers like that right there. It's about driving these fly-ass cars. And it's definitely about never dressing like a nigga like you, man.
Get him.
Okay, man. Come on, man. Let's go be stars up in this joint, all right?
The fellas slide in the function, and this is where you kind of see that boy Mitch is low-key that nigga in Harlem, you know what I'm saying? He getting mad love.
Mitch was a real star. See, when the lights caught him, he always looked good.
Got my man Mitch in the house. Yeah, looking good, kid. I see you. All right, here we go.
We're then shown that Calvin gets busted by the cops for selling dope.
Boy just got busted by the cops.
My boy Ace then takes his chance to make his first drug deal with 1980s Jonathan Majors.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
And my boy Ace is officially in the game. We then cut to Ace pulling up on Lulu, and Lulu schooling him on the price of the keys. He can get it for $25 and make a $7K profit.
Damn.
We then cut to Mitch making a pickup, and one of his drug underlings informs Mitch that he was just robbed. And we get this classic moment right here.
You done lost your privilege of getting any money, man, until you show me where that man is at. Till you find that man, you dead up here, man. You dead, man. All right? You hear what the fuck I'm saying, man? Now get the fuck off my stoop, man. Go ahead, man. Go find that man, B. Go find him, B. Unless you like being broke, nigga. Go this way, man. Hey, my man, go this way, man. Go that way, man. Y'all niggas don't seem to understand me out here, B. Nobody playing games on these streets, man. Y'all niggas better hold it down out here, all right? Y'all niggas gonna be looking for motherfucking working clones or some shit like that, man. It's Harlem, man. Y'all niggas better hold it down, B.
So apparently things got hot in Harlem when Scarface dropped.
Things really got hot in Harlem when Scarface came to town.
My boy Ace watched Scarface and decided it was time to turn shit up, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, Mitch, on the other hand, decided it was time to take things into his own hand, and he caught the nigga that robbed his underboss and caught him slipping. Mitch ends up getting caught. He gotta go away and do a bid. Ace then heads to work, and you can low-key tell he kind of feeling himself a little bit, and he gets into it with OG Cleaner Cuz, because OG Cleaner Cuz ends up finding a little stash spot of the dope.
Is this yours? Or you keeping it for a friend?
Man, it ain't even like that, Mr. Pip.
Ace wasn't trying to hear it, and he quits the cleaners. My boy is officially a full-time drug dealer, ready to set up shop. We then get a little montage of Ace's come up. My boy was selling shit cheaper, and his shit was more pure than every nigga on the block. We then cut to Mitch, who's doing his bid, and word on the street, Mitch's man is booming with the dope. So they know Mitch, once he get out, he the first one to get put on with the bricks. Mitch gets into it with some hating ass nigga, and we're then chronologically introduced to Rico, who helps Mitch with his altercation. Now Rico low-key got ulterior motives, but he did come in the clutch, you know what I'm saying? We cut to Nori, of all people, giving Ace a recap of Mitch's scuffle.
Jumped the nigga, fam. 10 niggas pounded him out, stomped the shit out of this nigga, man. And this other Panamanian type of dude, I don't even know. He had like 10 razors in his ass, man. He takes it out his ass. He give a nigga $150 across his face, man. Blood everywhere, shit gushing. CO's not even coming, letting the whole shit go down, man. What's up with your peoples, man? Hey.
We then cut to Ace and Keisha, who's officially together now, by the way, And Ace is explaining how he's not really into clubs and being flashy. And Keisha says one of the dopest quotes ever, to me at least.
My thing.
You just boring, that's all.
If I'm so boring, then what you know? Why you with me?
First of all, I ain't impressed by that. I'm with you because I'm boring too. All right?
A very simple quote, but very, very truthful quote. Fellas, make sure you get you a Keisha, you know what I mean? Fast forward and we're introduced to these two weird ass niggas who are clearly cops and terrible at being undercovers.
Yo, Ace, right?
Yeah, man.
What's going on, baby? Yo, I hear you got that butter. You holding?
What?
We then cut to Ace pulling up to Lulu's crib, only for him to find Lulu dead in his apartment.
I just love my dog. Yeah. Nigga, my brother told me how to taste the bag.
Ace proceeds to take the money and the dope and brings it back to Lulu's plug so he can continue the relationship. Like I said, my boy's about his integrity. It's almost a lost art to have integrity, let alone this level of transparency in this cold ass game called the dope game. Ace is then introduced to Rico, who is fresh home, and then we cut to Mitch, who is also freshly released, and he is treated to a brand new red BMW. Ace shows my boy Mitch some love, and the fellas are back booming, you know what I'm saying? We then cut to Rico pulling up on Mitch, and Rico is trying to convince Mitch that moving product down in DC is the move to make. Mitch is intrigued, but he states he'll holler at Ace about it.
DC is it. We need to make that happen.
So you spoke to A about that?
I mean, you know, I spoke to A, but A is A. You know, he running around, told me get with him later on. You know how it is, but
We need to make the DC thing
I'm
happen.
gonna talk to him, B. I'm gonna talk to him.
That's why I love you. That's why I love you. Good looking out, man. I appreciate that.
You can kind of tell Rico really a do and say anything to get his way. He really won't keep one of them grimy niggas, you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch niggas like that, you know what I'm saying? We then cut to a scene reminiscent of the opening scene, you know what I'm saying? The women is out, the fellas is out, everybody partying, and guess who's out of prison? Mr. Arrogance himself, Calvin.
You out?
Yeah, but fuck all that, man. I heard you top dog now.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Live and maintain.
Yeah. This nigga maintaining. Niggas all over the world telling me you running the neighborhood.
Calvin is back and he's asking Ace to put him on with some bricks. Ace is a little hesitant, but he agrees under the conditions that Calvin is a little more hands off due to him being fresh out. We then cut to a scene where Rico is informing Ace about a disgruntled employee who states he ain't eating. I ain't eating. Rico then does the most.
man, fuck
Look
this
me in my
nigga, man.
motherfucking face like that, man.
Man,
Look away
fuck
from
this
me,
nigga.
man.
Turn around,
Come
matter
on,
of fact.
A.
Fuck this nigga, B. Turn around, move up. Stay still, motherfucker.
Trying to show how loyal he is. We're then shown a scene where the fellas is posted up outside the club and we run across these two goofball niggas.
Sorry about all that, you know, I wasn't trying to get up on you or nothing like that. No, there's no hard feelings or anything like that. It's my part of DC. It's just not popping. So I thought I'd come to you.
Alright.
Yo, by the way, you got the prices on them things?
Yeah, man, I got your number, you know what I'm saying?
Alright,
I'll give you a call.
Who once again are clearly cops. Fast forward, the fella slide in the club and Rico is showing the entire club a video of him clapping some cheeks from behind. Ace tried to tell my boy, hey man, you low-key doing too much, you being a little bit too flashy, being a little too loud, drawing a little bit too much attention. Rico ain't really hearing it, so Ace falls back. Ace then runs into Calvin, and Calvin expresses how he ain't really liking the setup, and he wanna run shit how he runs shit. Ace not rocking with it though. Ace is saying, look bro, you hot right now, I'm setting you up nice, just do what I'm telling you to do, and everybody green, everybody eats, but Calvin ain't hearing it. Now I don't know if it was something in the drinks, but ain't nobody hearing what my boy Ace is talking about in the club tonight. Rico then walks up and he see Calvin and Ace, you know, kind of arguing, and Rico starts doing the most as he usually. This is disrespect, and Loki hits Ace with one of them subtle threats. Fast forward, Mitch pulling up to the crib, and he low-key getting fed up with Uncle Ice, you know what I'm saying?
What the fuck you doing here, Ice? You live here? I don't think you do, B.
Mitch whoops on Ice, kicks him out the crib, takes his key.
Ooh, that brother's floating in the air. How could his hands do this? Oh, someone get him out the air.
We then cut to Ace, Mitch, and Rico having a big party. It's flashy, it's going down. They even got Dougie Fresh to perform. We then brought back to the scene from the beginning of the movie with the Chinese takeout basketball and the 5K bets, you know what I mean? Ace then stops by the crib to grab a few things before we go to the hospital to see his kid being born. And that's when he's ambushed and brought in the crib. Ace then realized that one of the masked assailants is Calvin.
Calvin, man, why you doing this, man? I can tell that's you. Fuck all that. Stop.
Boy, that Kermit joke must have really got to my boy earlier.
Pick up some Kermit motherfucker now.
Ace states he can't see due to blood in his eye, so goon number 2 bring him in the bathroom so he can wash his eye out. Ace then hears Calvin shoot one of the women in the other room. Ace tries to fight off the goon, but before he can get far, he's shot in the head. Ace somehow survives, and he discovers that Calvin killed the other 2 women in the house. Crazy thing is, the same hospital Ace was brought to for treatment is the same hospital that Keisha gives birth to his child. We fast forward to Rico posted up on the stoop when a custo pulls up asking for work. Since Ace got hit up, it's been dry in these streets. The custo makes a slick remark, and Rico responds as such.
Get that nigga out the car, man. You want to Calvin out the car? Get that bitch out the car.
Funny thing is, this scene was completely improvised, and Cameron really punched that nigga in the face. Fast forward, Rico and Mitch pay a visit to Ace, and Ace is saying he's out the game. We get one of the most iconic quotables of the 2000s here.
Hey, yo, hey, niggas get shot every day, B. You be aight, nigga. You tough, right?
This nigga is really inconsiderate, bro. Ace just caught multiple bullets, and this nigga talking about some...
Yo, hey, man, pull your skirt down, B. Streets is missing you, yo.
Rico then tells Ace he got revenge on old Kermit.
Right here. What's poppin', Kermit?
I mean, Calvin.
It ain't the niggas that call, it's the niggas that be like, quiet like.
Hoping that would change Ace's mind on leaving the game. Ace says, look, I done made up my mind, I'm out the game. Rico, he low-key feel a type of way about it. Mitch then gives this monologue about hustling is all he knows. And you can tell Ace feel it, and that Mitch is the only person that he trusts in these streets.
But see, man, a nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man. Magic or something. Yeah, you know a nigga got dough. A nigga could leave the league. But if I leave, the fans still gonna love me, man? I get love out here in Harlem, man. I done sold coke on these streets, man. Hash, weed, heroin. As long as niggas is feeling it, a nigga like me can hustle it. That's my gift in life, eh?
Ace agrees to introduce Mitch to the Connect. Then Mitch gets a phone call stating his brother Sonny has been kidnapped and they want $500K or they gonna kill him or something.
Look, they want $500,000 and they gonna kill him or something.
We then get another iconic scene.
I'm about to be on some real murder shit, eh? I'm telling you, man. Any nigga that ever looked at me wrong, owes me money, or ever said any jealous bullshit about me is fucking dead.
Ace tells Mitch he has 22 keys remaining. 14 keys for Mitch to sell for Sonny's ransom, and then 8 keys to sell to repay the Connect. We then cut to Ace arriving home only to find Keisha and Mitch's mom crying on the couch. He thinks they done found Sonny.
They found Sonny.
Keisha then informs him they found Mitch. He's been murdered. We then cut to a flashback where we got Mitch meeting up with Rico to get help moving these 14 keys for Sonny's ransom. Immediately, you could tell Rico's intentions aren't pure.
You got 14 bricks right there?
Yeah.
Rico proceeds to shoot Mitch in the stomach.
It's gonna be business.
They tussle, Rico gets the best of him and shoots him in the face. Ace then meets up with Rico to see if his suspicions are true, because Ace has a real gut feeling that Rico is behind Mitch's murder. They link up, they chop game, and Ace sees through Rico's entire story. So Ace takes it upon himself to hook him up with them two goofballs from earlier that was asking for bricks. And guess what? They were cops.
You all right?
Ace gets to walk away free like he wanted, while Mitch's brother Sonny was sadly murdered once they didn't get the ransom money. Come to find out, Ice and Store Cuz from earlier was behind the whole thing, and they get arrested. They gonna do life in prison. Rico is arrested and he tells on a couple cats out in DC doing their thing.
Give you a couple cats down in DC doing their thing, out of town doing their thing, but I'm not snitching on nobody in Harlem, cause when I come home, I'm still gonna be the king.
And that's pretty much the end of the movie, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not really the happiest ending you would expect for a movie, but you know, Ace kind of get what he want. Sadly, you know, Mitch, you know, gets murdered. Rico, you know, does a bit. Ace, like I said, he gets the happy ending he want. If you do remember, when Ace found Lulu dead in his apartment, he took the money and he took the drugs back to the plug, but he low-key stashed some diamonds, and that pretty much paved the way for his new life, you know what I'm saying? Fun fact, this movie is actually based on real life events. The movie is based on Ozzy Faison, Rich Porter, and Alpo. Overall, man, I really like the movie, man. It's a cult classic. My only gripes with the movie is the pacing was a little crazy. Like, as you listen to this review, you hear me say we cut to or fast forward. I'm not even really doing that myself. That's kind of the movie. Like, they kind of just jumps from scene to scene, and it would be a little bit better if they had like date stamps or something, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to believe that all this took place in 1 year. But if they had some dates and time stamps, I feel like the pacing would just be a little bit better. Whereas the jumping is just kind of out of nowhere. You don't even know how much time has taken place in between each scene, you know what I'm saying? But overall, I get a movie about a 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. The real true stars in this movie is Wood Harris and Mekhi Phifer. They definitely had the chemistry of real life partners. Shout out to Cameron too. He definitely played a convincing hoe ass nigga. Also, another thing I also kind of didn't like is they definitely just put in the snitching thing at the end, like how Ace set up Rico to do the deal with the cops. That definitely didn't happen in real life. I don't know whose creative direction that was to put that in there, but I mean, hey man, you know what I'm saying? You gotta end the movie somehow, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all for tapping in with another review. Please comment whatever next movie you would like for me to review. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Make sure you follow me on all platforms at Earl the Monarch. And we out.